Welcome. I'm Michael Callanan, Executive Director of the National Joint Apprenticeship and Training Committee for the electrical industry. As Executive Director, one of my primary responsibilities is the oversight of our industry's National Training Institute. As you may know, for 19 years, our National Training Institute has been held at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, Tennessee. This year, the 20th Annual National Training Institute will be held at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. What you may not know is that this year, our National Training Institute will have a new professional education director. With us today is Dr. Charles Backus. Dr. Backus is a professor of adult and technical education at Valdosta State University. Welcome, Dr. Backus.
Thank you, Michael. Tell
us a little bit about your professional career and what you've focused on in your professional development at Valdosta.
All right, sure. Well, I've been at Valdosta State University since 1993. My primary focus there is working with technical instructors. But even prior to doing that, I was a technical instructor myself. I taught high school for about 12 years. And even before that, I was a technical student, where I took courses that were related to the construction field. And then I carried those skills that I learned in the classes into, did some industrial carpentry work, some cabinet making work, and things such as that. Jumping back to Valdosta State, though, I spend most of my time working with new technical instructors in lots of different fields, ranging from the construction fields to the transportation fields, and even in the healthcare science fields. Spend a lot of time on the road visiting them in their schools, as well as teaching them the related skills in the classroom.
So what was the path from Valdosta State University to the National Training Institute? How did you first get involved with the NTI?
Well, Michael, in 2000, I got a telephone call asking me to be a part of the professional education faculty. And to be honest with you, I didn't hesitate a minute in agreeing to do so. Went to the program that summer at the University of Tennessee. Kind of not sure exactly what I was going to deal with, other than I knew I was going to be working with people from the electrical industry. As soon as I got there, I recognized that they were a group of very focused students who knew why they were there, who were interested in improving their performance as technical instructors.
What areas have you focused on at the National Training Institute? Where have been your courses that you've participated in?
Most of the courses that I've taught were in year one. And year one is primarily the foundations type courses that consist of principles of teaching and also principles of trade education or elements of trade education.
So these would be our first year
right.
instructors and new instructors.
That's right. So I worked with them, and I also did teach in year four, taught a course that dealt with individualizing instruction. In addition to those courses, I've also served on curriculum steering committees and also working to develop the portfolio program.
Okay. The Valdosta State student, university student, how would you characterize the participants at our National Training Institute and those other students that you deal with on a regular basis?
I see a lot of similarities with them. Many of my students at Valdosta State come from fields outside of construction, fields such as healthcare science and the transportation fields. But one thing I see that is very much similar with them is that focus, that they do know why they're there. They are interested in being really good instructors, and they're interested in making changes to their students and being able to really to give something back to their profession through their teaching.
Sure. Well, it's only been a few weeks now since you've taken over. What kind of thoughts have been running through your mind, and how do you feel about taking over this new important position as the Director of Professional Education at our National Training Institute?
Well, I think I'd have to characterize it as excitement. I was very excited to hear the news. I'm very excited about the year that we have ahead of us, and in fact, many years after that, hopefully.
Well, we're very excited to have you on board. Of course, we have much to do, and we have set a standard of excellence, I think, through the 19 years at the University of Tennessee, and we look to improve upon and build upon that experience at the University of Michigan. When you think about what lies ahead, what's on your short list of some of the things that we need to address right from the start?
I think that that we certainly, through this move, we want to make sure we build upon, just as you said, those excellent things that we've done in the last 19 years and be able to move those with us to Michigan, at the same time expecting a few bumps in the road probably. It's a major change for our program. I think we're going to have to deal with some issues related to the transition, but knowing our professional education faculty, I think, along with our students, I think it's going to actually be a smoother road maybe than we even expect. Another thing, I think we need to look at some of the things that we've done that haven't worked quite so well or quite the way we intended, or even still in the building mode. One example of that would be the portfolios. We plan to bring the portfolio program with us through our move to Michigan and hopefully make it even a better program.
So this is a program we developed about 3 years ago. Let's kind of review the goals and objectives of the portfolio program.
Okay. Portfolio program started from a conversation that was held at a meeting between professional educators and some training directors and NJATC staff. And the initial idea behind it was to provide connecting activities. We noticed that sometime it seemed like the NTI became a 4-week program rather than a 4-year program. We really want it to be a true 4-year program. And to be that meant that the students had to take what they were doing during the summer and bring it with them back to their training centers, put it into practice, document what they were doing, and in some way show us what they had accomplished before the next year. Portfolio is a way that we hope we can do that. But even beyond that, it has some other purposes. Probably one of the more important ones being that it really provides documentation of a technical instructor's professional and technical competence. It shows others, even those outside of the field, what type of instructor they are and what their skills are related to technical instruction.
Through the years, I'm sure you've developed your own personal leadership style. What should we know about your leadership style? What are you going to bring to the University of Michigan and this National Training Institute?
Michael, I like to think my style is one where you entrust people to do a good job and then basically you stay out of their way and you let them do it. At the same time, you know, your job is to provide leadership, to be there for them, to help them through any problems or issues they may run into. But at the same time, as they're getting things done and moving things forward, like I say, you stay out of their way. I do consider myself a participatory, hands-on kind of person, though. So at the same time, even though I'll stay out of someone's way, I'm probably going to want to be involved a little bit and participate.
So we can look for some collaborative efforts with some of our other professional educators and perhaps within the Institute.
Absolutely. I like to hear other people's opinions, and I like to give my own opinion occasionally, and I think that's what collaboration is all about.
Well, one of your primary responsibilities, as you know, is overseeing 40 professional educators, and many of them are just learning today for the first time that you will be the new director. What message would you like to share with them today?
Well, it probably would start by thinking about humility. It's a great group of professional educators. They're very impressive. They have a very, very strong history of working together, both for their institutions as well as for the NJATC and the National Training Institute. I guess my message to them would be, let's move forward, let's take this thing to Michigan, and let's make this program better than ever before.
Well, thank you, Dr. Backus, for spending this time with us today. I hope that our participants got an opportunity to learn a little bit more about Dr. Backus, his background, and what we can expect under his leadership at the National Training Institute at the University of Michigan. We look forward to seeing you in Ann Arbor the 1st through the 7th of August, 2009. We hope you enjoyed this time with Dr. Charles Backus, and we look forward to your participation in our efforts to make this the finest National Training Institute in the world. Thank you.